My name is Jennifer Horn. I'm the principal of Jennifer Horn Landscape Architecture. In short, I ended up being a landscape architect because I hated working at the mall when I was in high school. I got a job at a plant nursery to escape the mall and fell in love with plants. And at 16, pretty much decided to study horticulture, get a master's in landscape architecture, work for a while, and then start my own practice. I have a background of practicing in high-end residential landscape architecture in the New York City market, which meant that I got to travel to places like Barcelona and Aspen and Honolulu to work on projects. So I like to bring that high-end aesthetic of sort of luxury and good taste to smaller projects in the DC area. I think it's very important to communicate with clients, really understand who they are, their lifestyle. You know, if I visit a client and they have a property that's already furnished and decorated, that tells me a lot about what their tastes are. It's a very intimate experience to design a landscape for somebody. So we want to make sure that it really fits who they are, not just in aesthetics and lifestyle, but also in daily tasks. Like one of the projects I like talking about is a contemporary small garden in Kalorama. It's a pretty modest site, but the whole reason we were hired was because the client's very large, very enthusiastic black lab destroyed all of the plantings that he had. So what we looked at was how we can establish raised beds and a long rail that separates the plantings from the terrace, as well as putting planters on top of a retaining wall. Why I like to tell that story to people is because I think it shows how good design often comes out of problem solving. Obviously, I love plants. I love landscape architecture. I do love going to see gardens. But recently, my husband and I have established a real passion for scuba diving. So I've really enjoyed exploring the underwater landscapes. I think that's almost a fun escape for me because there's absolutely nothing I can apply to my work life with it. Of course, that does mean we get to travel to places like Hawaii and Belize. I think that when people are looking for a landscape architect, the mindset should be finding a great doctor or personal trainer or even therapist, not looking for a mechanic or necessarily a contractor. You want to work with somebody that you feel you trust and you can communicate with. And the landscape should really be a reflection of what you want your garden to be. You know, the more involved you are in what you want and the more articulate you can be in those wants, the better off the landscape will look.